I'm just looking at myself in this. Oh.
Yeah, that's what you look like.
Oh, this is what I look like.
Yeah, that's what you look like.
Did you fill in my gap? Oh, it looks like a jack-o'-lantern on my head.
I mean, there's just nothing for what you got going on right now. Excuse me.
Oh, I mean, look at this mustache, too.
Okay, but this isn't
Alright, you
about
ready?
that.
And, take 2. Whoa. Episode 1. Episode 1 of the
Episode
final.
1 of the final. Yeah, I was like, the challenge. I'm like, we're up to the end.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew where I was going there, honey, but it's the final.
Yeah, whoa. We made it to the final.
Oh, wow. Who'd ever thought we'd make it this far, huh?
You did, for sure.
Yes, I did, actually. That is for damn sure who thought we were going to make it this far. Now, babe, after all of the little conversations that we had in the whole game, at the end of the game, can you just tell me I am pretty good at this game?
You're probably the best to ever do it.
Wow, thank you.
I
That
mean,
is big.
I'm not going to make a joke about that, you know? I definitely think that I wouldn't have been this good this season if it wasn't for you.
I do disagree with that last part. I do agree that I'm probably one of the best to do this. But you killed it, kid.
Thanks, you too, man.
You killed it.
Thanks, you too.
And now we're in the final. This is actually, you know, the last episode was pretty crazy for us to watch because we obviously did not see what was going on with their team.
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's so true.
Oh, these guys. One, how do you not make the decision from the very beginning to never substitute the guys?
In terms of carrying the gurney.
Yeah. Yeah, you should, no matter what. Both teams had 3 guys. So stick with the guys.
Switch out a girl every round. That's what we did
No.
over on our team. We had Jordan. Obviously, we didn't have options, but Jordan, CT, and Rogan carried every single time.
Yeah.
And then me and D switched out off and on. So that's what, you know, I don't know how you guys did it. Because our shoulders were...
Yeah, the shoulders were
So messed up.
Honestly, in that whole thing, the shoulders were the worst part.
It's like taking a meat tenderizer to your trap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
for
Like,
about
that's the
5
best way to
hours.
describe what that
Yeah.
felt like.
Yeah, it was pretty. It sucked. I think we ended up 16 miles. I think we did it in about 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
I think is what it was. With the
But
stop.
wait, we didn't finish doing it yet. We still have another checkpoint.
I know.
Okay, I'm just saying. Don't.
Yeah. We still have another checkpoint to see, but in this whole thing, I think all 4 of those checkpoints took us, you know, well over 4 hours. So it was very tough.
Can we talk about the bug that you had to eat?
Okay, before we leave the strategy thing, I do feel for Zach on that one because he's so tall that like that does suck. However, they had Leroy. Leroy's pretty close to Zach's height, so Leroy and Zach should have been on one side, probably the front, and then they could have shifted from holding it at their waist and holding it on their shoulder. That's just what I would have done if I was on the team, and then I would have put the third guy in the back and switched out with the girls. Just me, but anyway.
Yeah.
What do you want to go with?
I want to talk about how disgusting that grub worm was, and how I was so thankful that I didn't have to eat that. No matter what that challenge, no matter what happened that season of the challenge, the most important thing that ever happened to me was not eating that worm. That was the most. I am nauseous thinking about it right now for you.
I'd eat it again right now.
People threw that up, and it was alive later when they threw it up.
About 6 hours after that.
And it was still squirming.
People were throwing up, and we never actually saw it with our own 2 eyes that it was squirming, but
rumor has it also laid eggs in somebody.
Yeah, and curiosity also killed the cat.
Well, just throwing that out there.
Just. You know, this final, I don't know how you guys are taking it right now. It's not super long yet. Keep watching. But the weather was gruesome. So hot. I think in day 1 I probably lost a good 5 to 8 pounds.
Yeah.
In just water and just sweating. You just do not stop sweating.
What you don't know is that the night before the final started, we had to sleep in the jungle on a floor in a tent, all trapped in this tent together, no ventilation whatsoever. Like, it was the beginning of the final before you guys even see it. That's why when TJ pulls up, we already look so drained and so exhausted.
Oh my God, yeah,
because we've already been through
we pointed
literally
that out.
15 hours of getting to the final location and
riding
sleeping
in those fucking trucks that
sleeping
you saw
on the floor of the jungle.
Slept on the ground. Period.
Yeah.
On the ground. So that's right. I remember we pointed out when we were watching it. If you
not eating breakfast. Sorry.
No breakfast. If you look at us when we're all standing there when TJ pulls up, everyone's got bags under their eyes. And nobody slept more than about 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
The night before. So they started us off like weak and weary.
Yeah, exactly. So we went from that into the 16 miles, and it was in just like the hottest conditions ever. Like, imagine doing 16 miles with like 100-pound backpack on in hot yoga class. Like, that is the best way to describe how exhausting that was. It was so draining.
Yeah, it was tough.
Whew, but yeah.
Great start. It's a great start, and let me tell you, it can only get closer from here because UK is whooping that ass. But it does get closer.
Dirt.
It does get closer from here. So watch. We'll have another thoughts video after the finale.
I love to make thought videos.
Okay, I see what you're doing there. That was disgusting.